Welcome back to another UCL Fantasy team selection, this time out of Matchday 9, the first leg of the quarterfinals, where we have 5 free transfers. I'll be talking about my plans in terms of how I'm going to use all of them, and also briefly discuss my Matchday 8 performance and look ahead to the quarterfinals and our projections for who's going to reach the final and the best assets to own in the interim. And if you want to see all the latest injuries, suspensions, and illnesses, then check out my best limitless and wildcard team videos and podcasts. I cover every single one of them there. This video and podcast is recorded on the Saturday and it's in the morning. So a lot could change over the next couple of days, but I'll keep you posted in the deadline stream. And the plan is to do that on Tuesday at the usual time, 6 p.m. up until the games start. I'll keep you posted if anything changes. Be sure to smash the like button and subscribe for new. Our aim is to get this video to over 200 likes, and we're so close to 23,000 subscribers. Let's be sure to hit that milestone by the end of next week. Check out my other links like my Twitter and Instagram, Dylan RCM, the Patreon, Championships Discord server, the UCL Fantasy League, Spotify and Amazon Music. Leave a 5-star review on those podcasts. But without further ado, let's jump straight into this video. Matchday 8 seems like such a long time ago, but in essence, Man City rotated quite heavily, so Phil Foden and Nathan Ake didn't even play a single minute. Ruben Dias was quite disappointing, but Erling Haaland scored a late goal, and in the end, there was some differentials stealing the show. But one difference from Matchday 8 to Matchday 7 is the captaincy. I nailed it on very early on with Harry Kane, who scored a brace against Lazio. But in Matchday 7, I had 4 bites of the cherry with the captaincy, and every single one of them failed, including Harry Kane. But this time round, he delivered. And next up, it's Arsenal, who he has a great record against. Erling Haaland, like I said, returned. Same with Vinicius Jr., but he was booked yet again. And going for Vinicius over Mbappe was a very big mistake. It was a 50-50 call in my opinion. I like Vinicius' performances in the Champions League historically and also this season, whilst Mbappe was quite underwhelming in the group stages. But Mbappe tore Real Sociedad to shreds over both legs, and that was a big mistake because it cost me so many points and also rank. But my midfielders, Musiala only got 4 points. I only gained 1 point by transferring out Kimmich for Musiala. Bellingham got 5 points, Zaire Emery got 4, and Saka blanked yet again. He's been quite underwhelming in the knockout stages, but Porto are a very tough cookie to crack. Arsenal just about got over the line through that penalty shootout, and Saliba got 7 points with a clean sheet and a ball recovery point. Maatsen was very impressive. I'm very happy with him as a UCL fantasy option right now. But Atletico Madrid will be very tough for Borussia Dortmund. Lucas Hernandez got 4 points, but it could have been much better. Paris Saint-Germain conceded very late on, but it's still a respectable score. And both my goalkeepers got 3 points. But Sommer's the only player in my 50-man squad to be eliminated. That gives me a lot of room for maneuver with those 5 free transfers. But before I show you my transfer plans, let me show you how my team looks like in Matchday 9 without making any move whatsoever. It takes some time for injuries and suspensions to be updated in UCL Fantasy, but Nathan Ake could be out for some time. Ederson is now back for Manchester City and he's in the squad against Crystal Palace on the bench, whilst with Kyle Walker, he could be available for Matchday 9 against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. But as for Nathan Ake, he could be out for a little while longer. We don't know the full extent of his calf injury, but it looks like he's going to be out for a couple of weeks. Now, apart from that, everyone else is sound at the time of this recording, and I've got Lunin in goal, Ake, Saliba and Ruben Dias as the back three, Musiala, Bellingham, Foden and Saka, with Kane, Haaland and Vinicius up front. And I've got Sommer, who's eliminated, Maatsen, Lucas Hernandez and Zaire Emery on the bench. So the two big concerns are Sommer and Nathan Ake. Everyone else is completely fine, but I'm looking to make 3 further changes to players who will be available and start in Matchday 9, but I want to make some improvements in those areas. These transfers are certainly not set in stone, but Oblak and Molina are 2 huge targets for me as I want to double up on Atletico Madrid defensively in Matchday 9. I believe they're the team with the biggest chance of a clean sheet, and in order to get those players, I need to make some downgrades elsewhere so I can have the funds to buy Molina and Oblak, who are very expensive indeed. I'm also looking at buying Marquinhos for Lucas Hernandez, who is a bit of a rotation risk, and I think Marquinhos is a superior UCL fantasy option. And unfortunately, it means I could downgrade Musiala to Axel Witsel, who tends to get 4 to 5 points in UCL fantasy. So that's my current plan. Downgrade Musiala to Witsel in order to buy Molina, Marquinhos, Oblak, and Mbappe for Erling Haaland. That's my current plan, but I could also sell Vinicius Jr. instead, or Harry Kane, and Antoine Griezmann is certainly entering my thinking. He's not in great form overall in La Liga, but he scored a crucial goal in the Champions League against Inter Milan, and he's been very impressive in this competition this season. He's averaging 5.8 points per match day, just like Vinicius Jr., and there are so many tough games to call, but one match which I'm very confident on is Atletico Madrid versus Borussia Dortmund. I believe that Atletico will go through to the semi-finals and win in matchday 9. But overall, I've got 0.5 million in the bank left over after making these 5 transfers. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Which changes would you make? There's obviously a lot that I could also tinker with. Ruben Dias is very close to being suspended, but apart from that, only Jude Bellingham is an issue. Everyone else is absolutely fine for the time being. And remember, the yellow cards reset in matchday 11, the first leg of the semi-finals. In terms of the captaincy, just like I said in my best limitless and wildcard team videos and podcasts, I'm looking to captain probably Bellingham on the Tuesday and Mbappe on the Wednesday, but it's no guarantee I buy Mbappe in the end, but I do prefer him over Erling Haaland in matchday 9, and by the time we get to the second leg of the quarterfinals, I could sell Vinicius Jr. to Erling Haaland. I think home advantage could be key in all of these matchups, particularly those on the Tuesday and that side of the bracket. But that's pretty much it in terms of the captaincy, my transfer plans, and also how I did in matchday 8. All of that covered in a concise format. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What will you be doing in preparation for the quarterfinals? And the only other doubts I would have about this 50-man squad is Bukayo Saka, who's currently doubtful at the time of this recording, but let's see if he plays against Brighton or not. And either way, I'm very confident he will play against Bayern Munich on Tuesday. And Phil Foden was benched against Crystal Palace on Saturday, but that doesn't give me any concerns whatsoever. In fact, it just means he's refreshed and fully charged for that huge game against Real Madrid. And whoever wins that match is the favourite to win the Champions League. Thank you very much for watching this video and listening to this podcast. If you enjoyed it or found it useful, then be sure to smash the like button and subscribe if you're new. Let's get this video to the 200 likes and let's keep on pushing towards 23k subscribers and beyond. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram, DylanRCM, and check all the other links in the description below for the Patreon, patreon.com/DylanRCM. Click the join button and become a channel member. Also check out the UCL Fantasy League, the Discord server, and Draft Town. There's also links to Spotify and Amazon Music. Leave a 5-star review on those podcasts. I wish you all the best of luck for matchday 9 and the rest of the season, and I'll see you next time.